Stock versus deleted LML Duramax. We're gonna review it stock. We're gonna go over the power, fuel mileage, sound. We're also gonna be running it on the dyno so we can get an accurate horsepower number. Then it's getting a full delete kit from the diesel dudes. I will put a link in the description to the delete kit I'm using. Once this thing's deleted, we're gonna do all the same tests and we're gonna compare the results. This video is for research purposes only. If this is something you're thinking about doing to your truck, look up your local laws first. If this is illegal where you live, don't do it. So first thing I noticed right off the bat is that it does feel a little laggy on the acceleration. It's got power, but it's nothing crazy. We're just gonna take it for a quick drive and just basically see the fuel mileage for the most part, let it warm up, and then we're gonna put it on the dyno. So right now we have the cruise set at 60 miles per hour, and we're getting 19 to 20 miles per gallon. I'm gonna speed this up to 70 miles per hour. And now we are getting 16 miles per gallon there on the left side, if you can see that. And it's a pretty calm day outside right now, so there's really not much wind we're worrying about. But we're gonna go listen to what this thing sounds like. We're gonna do one pull through all the gears, and then she's going straight on the dyno. All right, prepare to be underwhelmed. Yeah, there's really not a whole lot to listen to right there. All right, now we're just gonna do one pull with wide open throttle and see what it does. So it's not horrible, it definitely has some pick up and go, but I think we can get a lot more out of it. I will be making a full how-to video on how to delete this thing. I'll put a link up here and in the description if you want to check it out. But now is my favorite time because we're gonna dyno this thing and see how much a stock LML Duramax makes. She's hooked up, she's not tight yet though. You always want to put it in gear and just roll it on the rollers and it will center the rear axle over the rollers. Then we'll tighten her down. You see how it kind of rolled over to the right side a little bit? Anyways, now we can tighten this thing down. So strap down. Like I said, stock truck. It does have an aftermarket air intake. It's not a stock truck. If you want to eat my ass in the comments, go ahead. Every truck's a little different to run on a dyno, especially automatics. With a 6-speed Allison, 4th gear is your 1-to-1 ratio. That's gonna give us our most accurate torque number. Horsepower, it doesn't really matter what gear you're in. So I might do a bunch of runs in a couple different gears, but afterwards we'll go over the data and I'll show you what we got. All right, first run, let's go. All right, so the runs felt pretty good. I did 3 in 4th gear, which is the 1-to-1 ratio, and then I did 1 in 5th gear just to try it out. Now, as you can see, our first run, 309 horsepower, that was our best, and 554 foot-pounds of torque. In 5th gear, we only pulled 303 horsepower, and then obviously our torque number is way off because it's an overdrive gear. This truck does have a little bit oversized wheels and tires, which will eat up a little bit of horsepower. But yeah, those are the stock results. Next time you guys see this truck, it's gonna have a full delete kit on it, and we'll run it again. If you guys do enjoy my videos though, and you wanna show me a little more support, you can go to darkirondiesel.com. I got some super cool merch there. Here's a Grand Theft Auto style shirt I'm wearing. I do this full time, so by buying something from my website, you're directly helping me live. And follow me on Dark Iron Diesel to stay up to date with the latest stuff. I also post tons of dyno reels on there. All right, we are back on a balmy October day. This truck's undergone some work. As you can see, we got a 5-inch stainless steel exhaust. This is a straight pipe all the way through. If we look under the hood, everything's kind of covered, but you can kind of see the remnants of a new downpipe, and there's a new up pipe down there. All this open space down there, that's where the EGR used to be. Got a block off plate right there. This is what the big EGR cooler looks like. There's the up pipe. Also, this is what the factory downpipe looks like. Look how skinny it is. It's just crazy. So we replaced it with a 3-inch round downpipe that flows way better than that. And then for tuning, it's got Easy Link shift on the fly tuning. Mounted a little switch right down here to change power levels. So I haven't driven this truck yet, so this will be my test drive and the review video. But I can't wait to see what it makes on the dyno. feels like it has a little more pickup and go. And I'm in like the stock power settings, so I don't know. And we've actually been blessed with another not windy day here in Saskatchewan. So hopefully it's gonna give us a more accurate fuel mileage rating. We got a low coolant light on, which is pretty typical. You gotta drive these things for a bit to get all the air out of the system. But I did bring some coolant with us. Hopefully that's all it takes, because that's all I brought. So we're gonna see if the fuel mileage changed. Okay, so I'm setting the cruise at 60 miles per hour. And at 60 miles per hour, we are getting 23 to 24 miles per gallon. I'm gonna accelerate up to 70 miles per hour. And now we are getting 21 to 22 miles per gallon. And just for fun, let's try 80 miles per hour, because I know you guys are probably speeding anyways. And now we're getting 20 miles per gallon. So I don't remember what the numbers were before, but I'm pretty sure that's better, like quite a bit better. Yeah, that's pretty good fuel mileage for a diesel pickup truck. Now let's go see what this thing sounds like. And I know people are gonna say, oh, that's the lyometer, it doesn't actually give you fuel mileage. Well, if it's saying we were getting a lower fuel mileage before and a higher fuel mileage now, that still indicates we did get a fuel mileage increase. And if you can't read the fuel mileage screen, I'm sorry. It flashes, I'm not sure how to get that off with the camera, but just trust me, I'm not lying to you. All right, let's hear what this thing sounds like. I have it in tune 3. I would have it in tune 5 right now, but I'm pretty sure I just spin out because it rained a little bit today. Well, that sounds a little better, eh? I love 5-inch straight pipe exhausts. All right, now we're cranking it up to 5, and we're gonna do one wide open throttle pull. Here we go. Holy smokes, man. We were spinning out until about 40 miles per hour there. Traction control lights just going on and on and on. That was nuts. But now we're driving back to the shop and we're gonna throw this girl in dyno, and I am so excited to see how much power it makes. Look at that sexy unit though. Sheesh. Oh, another nice 5th gen. Woo. All right, the moment we've all been waiting for. We are ready to do some runs. I'm gonna put the truck in tune 1, and we're gonna do a few runs in tune 1, which is like the stock power level. Then I'm gonna crank it up to tune 5, and then we'll do a few runs in that. But yeah, let's get it. Okay, these results shocked me. This is just in the level 1 or stock tune. We made 381 horsepower and 678 foot-pounds of torque. I think when we dynoed this truck stock, it only made like 310 horsepower or something like that. That is wild. But let's crank that tune up and see what it makes in the max setting. I'm excited. Okay, something's not quite right, because we got 372 and 368 horsepower, which is like exactly what we were getting before. So I want to make sure the switch is working properly. So I turn the key to run, and then actually I want the switch in number 1 setting. There. If I press this button, a green light should come on, and it does. See that? So that's good. Now if I turn the switch all the way to the right, as I turn the switch to the right, that green light's gonna get dimmer. So I'm just gonna turn it all the way to the right and try it again. Yeah, now it's much dimmer. So my switch should be working, so I'm just confused. Okay, this is one of the things I love most about this kit from the Diesel Dudes, is that I can just go on the EasyLink Auto Agent app, which I did, and I basically just said, hey, this is what's going on. I'm not getting any different horsepower numbers in tune 1 versus tune 5. And they just replied really quick, and he's just like, load this file in. Send me a new file. He's like, try this out. Super convenient. I love that. So he said to try this one, version 5.2. We're gonna install it. And again, I did link this kit in the description. It is an affiliate link, so if you do buy something through the link, I make a small commission, and that's just literally how I pay my bills. All right, let's try this again. We're gonna go in tune 5 right off the bat and see what we get. Okay, so I went back and forth from tune 5 to tune 1. So in tune 5, we got 370 and 374 horsepower. Torque, 662 and 653. These other runs in the middle, 328 horsepower and 330, that was in tune 1. 632 and 630 foot-pounds of torque. But if I scroll up, our best run was still this one at 381 horsepower and 678 foot-pounds of torque. So the switch is definitely working now, although it doesn't have a huge span of power increase. But there's still more tunes on there to try out. If you have this kit for yourself, you can try all the different tunes on there. You can even run single tunes if you want. But after doing like 10 dyno runs with this truck, I want to give it a break and I don't want to run it anymore. So that means we gained 70 horsepower from doing the delete. So in my opinion, I feel like that's a little bit low of a number, but you guys let me know in the comments what you think. If you guys have dynoed an LML before, let me know what numbers you got. But regardless, the truck makes more power, it sounds way better, it's getting better fuel economy, and the reliability has gone way up because you're not gonna have all those emission problems. But that's it for the video. If you guys like it, please like, subscribe. Make sure to check out Dark Iron Diesel to get some super sweet merch. This is one of my favorite designs, this turbo design. But there's a lot of other cool designs on the site. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Dark Iron Diesel. Again, this delete kit is in the description. Check it out for yourself. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you on another video soon.
I can't take no loss. I don't even